Okay, good, we're on. William,
Hey, hey,
thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having
Episode
me.
number 1, and I think it's going to be called The Slim Society Show.
These exciting times.
You were eager to come on.
Of course.
I was eager to have you on.
What was it? You could just hang out, Connor.
Are you using any of these sweeteners?
No,
That's good, because there's only 4, and I'm going to use every single one of those sweeteners.
really.
And maybe one of those sugars as well.
Life choices.
Sometimes I always meet people for consultations like this, and sometimes I just put in an absolutely awkward amount of sweeteners, and I wonder if they're judging me or not.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So we're here to talk about fat loss, and you're going to have every bit of sugar you can find.
These are no calories, bro.
Oh, really?
No calories.
You're doing well.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll get these. What's your views on artificial sweeteners?
0 views, because don't have them.
Well, you don't use sweeteners?
No,
that's why.
never.
Well, that's why you didn't. No sugar either.
No! Come
Like
on, bro. What are you telling me? I'm a Yorkshireman.
Like a savage.
And I'm sweet enough already. That should have been your line.
So you're drinking coffee with nothing, and I'm drinking tea with 15 sweeteners.
It was going to be black coffee as
That's
well,
4
but...
sweeteners, really. By the way, it's hyperbole. Just for the people who are just listening and not watching.
Yes, it's
And
true.
then I've got friends, you know, and they really don't like the way I make tea. Some of them protest, and then
I mean, it's a sort of it's a tradition especially when you're in Yorkshire and in just England full stop. You need to know the ways. If you go in only like less than 3 minutes brewage, no good. Get rid.
I've got a friend called Matt Watson, and he kicks off at the way I make tea.
How do you make tea?
Well, if you've not already noticed.
Before you sully his name, let me judge on your tea making
Well,
skills.
I've already noticed one. I've already started putting the sweeteners in the teapot, not in there. Now, I was just thinking, this is why I mentioned it, because I was just about to get the milk, and I just thought, I wonder if anybody's going to judge me for this, because then I like to put the milk in that one.
Oh, you can't do this.
No, for the entire thing. That's going straight in there.
You're the worst kind of person.
No, this is perfect. So now it can all stew together. You know, if I let that stew and then put the tea in there and add the milk, that's watering the tea down. I am also a Yorkshireman, so I want it as strong as possible. So I like to put the milk in last.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming down to the show anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate it. You've chosen a topic and you want to talk about goal setting.
Just bits and bobs.
I think goal setting's
It's an important one.
pertinent to talk about. It is January, and everybody in my programme set their goals yesterday, which we
Okay.
can talk about if you want later.
Absolutely.
And I suppose by now most people have failed their New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, well, we're getting close to February. That's a cut-off point.
But first, if you don't mind, people what?
Just dredging your tea still.
I'm spilling
To
it.
the brim. Oh, you're the worst.
I'm spilling it slightly. I know I'm going to spill this now straight on camera.
Yeah,
trying
man, it's
to
not
get
going to
that
work. Fresh jeans on. This is
into
the only
my
time I've ever
face.
seen him wear anything other than trackies. He's going to ruin them. Straight back to the track.
I'm trying to be presentable.
You look good.
We're on the camera, William.
You look good.
I'm trying to be presentable.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
You've worn
Coral turtleneck.
I was going to say salmon, but obviously my colour palette knowledge is smaller than
You're
yours.
just not a sartorial.
I wouldn't have even been able to pull out the colour coral.
Yeah.
That's also a tongue
It
twister.
tried to stay in my wardrobe. I was like, nope, you're going on my body. Get out here.
People watching this might already know who I am, and I suppose some people might already know who you are, and if they don't, that's a bad mistake.
I find it doubtful.
They might do. You've got local followers around Sheffield as well. We used to
few.
work in the same place, just over there.
Yes, hand in hand.
If you don't mind, I'll do you an introduction
Oh, good.
of
Golly, you didn't just leave that to do me, so do me an introduction.
And I'm carrying on. I know it's pause for effect.
Yes.
Pause for effect. I was thinking though that probably for everybody that's going to come on the show after this, is that too hot?
No, I'm good.
So you wince in pain as you took that. I thought for the camera and the aesthetics of the show, it's probably going downhill from now because you are probably the best looking gentleman that's going to come on the show. Just like with the hair, it's a good job it's not down. Otherwise,
Man.
it's a good job you can't grow a beard as thick as this one. Otherwise, it'd be over.
I think I'd go too far and take it one step to caveman if I had a beard as well. That'd be too much. Just hair everywhere.
It might do, but it's dyed, which is a modern thing. You've got those
Oh,
cute little
now you
highlights
told
in.
them.
You've got those
Now
cute
they
little,
know.
You can tell you've got cute little highlights in.
They are cute though, aren't
They
they?
look nice. They look nice. I'll do a background introduction of
Please
what
do.
I know about Will Hukin, and then you can tell me whether I'm wrong or not. What do you think?
Yeah, go for it.
So firstly, if anybody likes what you say, your Facebook page is called Will Hukin Body Architect.
That's a fact.
Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, good. And you make videos online, and I like them.
Thank you.
You've helped me on quite a few of the videos. I asked one about my hip.
Uh-huh.
I watched it 3 times. The hip's not fixed, but
It hasn't been for how long?
I'm going to say 7 years, but I don't know. I'm trying everything.
It's going to take a minute.
I'm
I
trying.
have a similar issue to you, and mine I only fix temporarily 4 times a week before I squat, and then it comes back the next day. I just
What, the
fix-
squats aggravate it?
Sort of, yeah.
That's the same for me as well.
Yeah.
It only gets aggravated when I get about above 100 kg, which
Yeah.
might not sound like loads, but I only weigh 70, so
You're a little man.
it's. Thank you.
in leanness.
To me, that's heavy. To me, that's
no,
heavy.
it's true.
And when I start getting above that, it starts aggravating it. But anyway, you've done personal training all of your life. Have you ever done anything except personal training?
When I was 13, I worked in a fruit and veg shop.
Yeah, you did actually. I remember that. Well, I remember you telling me about
Yeah,
that. I didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
you when you was 13, but I remember you telling me
Yeah.
about that. But then, pretty much from 16 for
Yes.
years and years and years until now,
Yes.
it's just been blasting it through every single day with 0 days off on the personal training, like a savage.
I tried taking days off, didn't work. Straight back into the deep end, didn't work. Didn't
You're
like
like
it.
me though, which is why we get on well.
like it.
It don't feel like work to me. Technically, this is work.
I know.
I'm
Look at
drinking
me.
tea
Oh
with
no,
you.
I'm so comfy and I've got a coffee.
I'm so nervous about picking up that tea and bringing it to my face because I'm going to definitely just spill that.
You're
down
gonna
myself.
go everywhere.
I've filled it too high, and I made a big palaver about the way I make the tea,
Yeah.
and now it's just going to go awful.
Now you look like a
I'm going to
right
leave it
fool.
until it's cooled down.
Because that's going to decrease its level as well. You're going to wait for it to evaporate, is that what you're going to do?
That'd be nice if it did, if it shrank slightly. That'd be
Right,
appropriate. You work at the gym group.
I do.
Kellam Island.
I do.
I also worked there
It's true.
for many years.
Yes.
I worked there when you started.
Yes, and I learnt many, many things from you.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
man.
now
Oh,
to
yeah.
some extent, the student has become the master in some areas, and now I approach you to learn about training.
Well, now we have our own things,
And, yeah, my I didn't really mean it to, but my speciality sort of went down and became nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
and became more like clinical nutrition, and it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Where you still do nutrition, I
Yeah.
still do training, but you do training intense, and that's your speciality, and you
Yeah.
go deep on the knowledge, and you've been going so deep on the knowledge for years and years
Yeah.
and years and years, to the point where your biological age is young, but your training age is old, and your training wisdom is ancient.
Yeah.
Literally, you've got the training wisdom of a 700-year-old,
Ooh, I like that.
but a young biological age. You just by take it worked the same with anything in life. Check that's still on. It worked the same with anything in life. If anybody blasted anything every single day with no days off from being 16 until present, of course you're going to be the best at it.
No, it's the biggest question when I'm training, and it happens every day. I can't train now without a minimum of maybe 4 or 5 people. But here we goes with the tea, running commentary. Is he going to get it? I wasn't bad. A little bit.
Spill it on the floor.
Yeah, a
not on
little
me.
bit.
That's not bad.
I've also noticed I've got this exact same rub at home.
Are you serious?
Yeah, exact same size. It's like
I've seen one of the chairs here that's the same as the chair that I do my podcasts in from home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, honestly, I have. Yes. Obviously, they've got good taste. That's why we're here. It's a
Exactly.
beautiful place, which we should mention. We're at the Gatehouse Cafe.
Come down, check it
Kellam
out,
Island.
have a drink.
This is one of my favourite places.
It's nice. It's cute.
It is nice.
Homely.
I
Good
think
place
it's
for a podcast.
coincidentally.
Ooh, decided that.
I think it's nice because of the staff. Because I think you can go anywhere and get nice food. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too picky. Well,
I prefer quantity over quality. I'll be honest. When it comes to food,
you're a Yorkshireman, and I respect that.
when it comes to food, if it's dirty and it's big, I'll eat it.
The more you pay for food in general, the less I enjoy it. Because I've been, honestly, I'm not even kidding.
Because it halves in
It
size
gets
every time, it doubles
smaller
in price.
and more confusing.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what it is when.
Yeah.
If you're paying above what, 30 quid for a main.
Yeah.
The possibility of me knowing what that is when it comes is almost zero.
Ooh, agreed.
When it's little circles of things, and then like a little
A drizzle of some.
a stripe of coloured whatever. I'm like, what is this?
No.
I'm a carvery man. £6.95.
Yeah.
You get that meat on there. You got your protein.
I'm just a
intake.
carnivore.
You get unlimited vegetables
Yes.
with the carvery.
Yes.
£6.95.
Agreed.
That is what I
Greasy
enjoy.
Spoon across the road any day of the week. I'm going there on Wednesday.
cafe?
Me and Dave Pearson, shout out.
Shout out
Good.
to Dave Pearson.
Shout out to Dave Pearson.
Another legitimate personal trainer.
Very true.
I should get him to come on.
You should.
Hopefully he will.
Yeah.
Should-
He packs another mean beard. You'd be rivaled, I'll be honest.
He's better looking than me as well, so I'm going to be losing members every single time someone comes to talk to me. They're going to be switching over. He's not got a Facebook page, does he?
He doesn't.
Good.
Stopping in his tracks.
Good.
He's going nowhere.
What I was going to say is where I'm not fancy with food. Wherever I go, I'm basically getting eggs on toast anyway. You know, if it's breakfast,
Yes.
I don't care whether we're going to
Most
a
basic
greasy
protein.
spoon, like you said,
Which is always the move.
or to a really expensive place. I'm getting eggs on toast anyway because I'm just a basic man. And a lot of places have got nice interior, and this one is beautiful. It is nice and homely, but for me, it's the staff. here that like they're letting us do the podcast here.
Yeah, it's nice.
They're letting us do the podcast here. I know. The staff that work here are very nice. Anyway, the gym group where you work is only just over there.
Yes, we could throw ourselves there.
Yeah, you run a personal training business from there.
Yes. Also under the pseudonym Body Architect.
Say that again.
Also under Body Architect.
Oh, is it under the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So under the same thing as the Facebook page.
Recently been rebranded. Got a new logo on it, which is quite nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a little snatch. Some guy
That
at the bottom
is
of the
nice.
squat. Made out of cogs and mechanics to cover the mechanical
Yeah,
side of things that I like.
Which is your specialty.
Yeah, which is what I
going
like.
down deep on things. I'm on hashtag pink logo.
It's the best.
No fear.
Yeah, pink. I mean, it's rivaling coral.
You've got to do it. Try to get it to set off my eyes.
Oh, it works. It's bringing them out.
So you run a personal training business from there. You do nutrition and you do training with people.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about if somebody came to the gym group, what kind of client would you work with? Are you working with beginners? Are you working with hardcore weightlifters? Are you working with overweight people? Are you working with injured people?
All at the minute, actually.
All of them?
All that you just listed.
All of them?
Yes.
Literally, that's not even exaggeration.
Yeah. Overweight covers most people in the sense that they're not overweight socially, but only in their own head, in that they're just fatter than they want to be. Which is me as well. That's everyone, isn't it? Everyone wants
That
to be
is
leaner.
everyone.
Everyone wants to be
Wait,
leaner.
well, you're gonna have to go back. What? So, what do you mean they're not overweight socially? Like,
As in, by
if you
a
looked at
clinical
them,
definition, maybe they're not overweight.
oh, so they're not clinically overweight.
Yeah.
And what if you looked at? You're saying if socially, you mean if you looked at them, you wouldn't think they were overweight, but they've still got weight loss
But
goals.
they're just
So
fatter than they want to be.
are you insinuating that you work with people that are already starting slimmer, or what?
Covers every range.
So you work right. So you work with people that got larger weight loss goals as
Yes.
well.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
Both, and that is a pretty much, that's a more or less continuous through all the clients I've got. Whilst for some it's like their main goal, and others it's just
A
secondary.
secondary goal.
Yeah, like you remember Mr. Karthik.
Karthik Periakarupia.
There you go,
Yes,
Dr.
I
Karthik-
do,
Dr.
of course.
Karthik
One of the
Periakarupia.
best looking. All I'm talking about on this show is how good looking men are. This is going to come out
Yeah,
questionable.
man, you
but I
need
was
to-
just going to say he's one of the best looking Indian men I have ever seen. Also
Yeah.
with a phenomenal beard.
I don't know that we need to close him off to the Indian bracket. He's a good looking guy,
He
full
is.
stop, around the globe.
All right,
Doesn't
yeah,
matter
that's
where he
good.
is.
All right, I will accept that as well. I
Yeah.
started him off on his weight loss journey. You've carried him on,
And he looks awesome.
and now he looks absolutely
And now-
awesome.
He's copied me, he's got long hair and a beard.
Really?
He can tie it back now, it's awesome. It looks so good.
Like this?
Yeah, it looks so
Amazing.
good. He looks like an Indian pirate, it's hilarious.
With him, you do Olympic weightlifting.
We did weightlifting, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like, I don't know if you can describe what Olympic weightlifting is to somebody who's not watching.
mean, if
like
any-
if you're on the camera, it's this, and then you stand up.
Hey, so
Isn't it? Like
yes.
literally in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
what's,
if
what's
you've
the other one?
watched Clean and
then-
jerk. Yeah, something like that.
And then the Chinese always win, and then you
The
lose.
Chinese
to,
always
then you
win.
lose to a Chinese person.
Yeah, yeah.
That's,
Chinese are the Russians.
that's the Olympic weightlifting.
That's it, yeah, always.
I don't.
He's my only weightlifting client. And,
At the minute?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
And I'll say this: the gym group, it's a commercial gym,
Yeah.
but it's a very good one because they've got weightlifting platform,
Yeah.
loads of Olympic barbells,
I mean-
bumper plates which are okay to drop on the floor. Very, very nice.
Yeah, without taking it to a professional degree to any manner, I powerlift and
Yeah.
kind of hybrid lift between powerlifting, weightlifting when I can, bit of bodybuilding as well.
Yeah.
And for most of my training, all I need is a barbell, and I do it I train like an elite, just not at an elite level, if that makes sense.
Of course.
So the elites could train there, is what I'm saying.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. That's.
So, I mean,
That's why you're a coach and not an athlete, isn't it? Because it's like I
that's why
can
I'm not
make
sponsored. Anyone out there, hit me up.
I can make my own clients stronger than I can make myself.
Oh, God, yeah.
Literally.
One of my clients outbenched me the other day, very unhappy.
No, that's perfect.
He can't out squat me yet, but that's because I do nothing but squats and don't bench ever. So that's kind of on me as well. But
No, that's perfect. If you can,
Andy Salisbury, how you doing?
if you can make your own clients stronger than you, that is just perfect. So yeah, I was there. I was there when you started off personal training. You basically and fitness stuff in general and weightlifting, and you've basically never done anything except this,
No.
and then just carried on every single day.
True.
It's
I was there. I started on the 12th of October 2015, and from that I did roughly 9 months of working 5 hours a day, 8 hours a day for free until I was qualified, and then I could start getting clients.
following me around.
Yeah, following you around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And following other people
Taking fun
around.
about each other because I'd shine your head and you'd call me out for dreadlocks and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, you did
That
used to have
happened, that
dreadlocks.
happened, yeah.
I really liked the dreadlocks as well. I really liked
One
it.
day maybe. But yeah, 9 months.
That's
hardcore.
commitment.
That was hardcore.
That is-
Looking back on it,
No, that is commitment. You decided what you wanted to do in life and then
Yeah,
just went
absolutely.
after it. Did other people tell you it was a bad idea?
oh my god, everyone.
Really?
I didn't speak to my father for about a year because of a disagreement over that.
Over what?
Because
of what you chose to do.
well, okay, so as I started doing that, my year in school was the first year where it was illegal to not be in education after 16. You had to stay in education until you were 18.
Yeah.
And I was the only person out of the 200 in my year who somehow skipped that system because I started going to college, didn't really find my groove, and ended up at the gym.
Yeah.
And kind of just slipped by the system a little bit.
How did you choose that gym? Sorry to interrupt. Because I know why I chose that gym. 'Cause I used to work there too. How did you end up at that gym?
Well, again, you'd have been coming from a much more professional point of view because you were looking to go into business straight away. I
picked it
yeah, exactly.
on purpose. Yeah.
I went on Google, researched the top 20 gyms in Sheffield, typed up specific letters to all 20 and sent them out as well as a matching and covering email to all of them. I had 3 responses out of 20.
Really?
One of them said, "We
That
like your
surprises
CV."
me.
I know, we like you. Well, 16-year-old.
Yeah, but if you want to work for free,
True.
think
I don't know.
I don't know.
I got 3 responses. One said they were interested but didn't have any space. 2 invited me for an interview. The first one I went to was the gym, and I mean, maybe then and there it might have been stupid, but I didn't bother going to the other one. I
No, you
just
shouldn't
kept
have. It was
there.
perfect.
Yeah,
It was
I don't
perfect.
know.
It's as
stayed
a
there.
personal trainer, the gym group is probably the best company you can work for, in my
So
opinion.
good.
I picked it on purpose. So,
It's so good.
and Leon, the manager at that gym, is also great.
I mean, I maybe coming from a biased point of view because I love the guy, and in honesty, I haven't worked in any other gyms, but from seeing how the places are run, just, what a manager, just so good.
Yeah, and
Such a
how,
good
how the
manager.
gym group runs the company, where they actually try and do well by and care about the
God,
staff
yeah.
and the deal you get as a personal trainer, because you're self-employed and you just run your business from that facility, and the agreement between your business and their business is the best you can get in this country.
So good, because
So good. We know the personal trainers, they work around Sheffield, and there's all of the different commercial gyms, and it's, I don't know,
No, yeah.
it's just not.
As it stands at the minute, exchange 12 hours a week, shift time for keeping 100% profit from what I earn from my business there. I'd
Unlimited
never want to
use of
get
the
so
facility.
busy that I didn't have 12 hours in a week to stand around, teach classes and look after members. If I was that busy that I didn't have time for that, really? Do I want to be that busy? No. Just
Yeah,
like,
you can pay the rent if you want to anyway,
exactly.
so you don't have to do that.
And as well as that, I need to be standing around doing classes, things like that. That's how I show my face.
Yeah, how you get to know people,
Yeah, exactly.
networking a little
Yeah,
bit,
exactly.
helping people out. Very nice. So how is your, I mean, you don't have to go too much into detail, but how is business for you there?
Good, going well.
Still running well?
Yeah, no, very nice.
Yeah.
Just trickles along. I'm very cemented with the clients that I've got. Love
You
them
work
all.
with your clients very closely.
Yeah,
don't you?
very
Like,
closely.
you don't have too many clients, but you see them a lot,
Yeah,
and
a
you
lot.
work with them very intense, and you're messaging them even outside the sessions.
Oh,
and-
most days.
Yeah, exactly, and really keeping on top of people. So rather than doing like I don't know if it's lower quality, but rather than taking on more people, you prefer to take on less people and be super intense with that person.
Yeah,
don't you?
because I mean, it's not something that, in honesty, it's halfway selfish as much as it is helping them. But because it helps them, I convince myself that it's not selfish, which is that it helps me out as well. In that it just gives me a segue into talking about other things other than just training, because I don't just want to be a trainer. I don't like the umbrella statement of being a personal trainer because it's got a bit of a bad rap.
It has got a bad reputation.
Such a bad
I agree.
reputation.
Which is why I asked you, did people tell you it was a bad idea?
Yeah, of
because
course,
everyone
of course.
told me doing this and becoming a nutritionist was
No
a
good.
bad idea.
Yeah, and I don't like that. And still nowadays, whilst it is my passion and what I love to do, and therefore don't consider it work, I would one day maybe like to segue it into, I don't know, lifestyle coaching, something more psychological, something more philosophical, things
It
like
is
this.
psychological and
It is
philosophical
which is,
anyway.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, is that without any qualifications, degree or particular knowledge behind me, I'd do
There's no
like,
degree in philosophy.
I don't
I mean,
know.
you can get a degree in philosophy.
Yeah.
That's not a real
Just go
thing.
back 500 years
Yeah,
and
there's
just
no
learn a bit.
qualification in philosophy.
No.
This
But
is
that's
not
why
a
I
real
try and talk
thing.
to people so often, so that I can extend and stretch my brain to trying to help them in those manners. Because like the people that I can see 3 times a week, awesome. The people I can see twice a week, do that. But then the ones like Mr. Karthik, I see only once a week. There was a 2-week period towards the end of last year where I met with him at 7 a.m. 5 days a week for 2 weeks, just to try and get his sleeping on schedule. Because being
Not getting paid.
Not getting paid, no.
Respect.
No. Yeah, which was brutal because it was. I don't do well in the like. I get up and I love training clients in the morning, but I can't train myself.
I
in the
also
morning.
can't lift well in the morning. I
And
can't
when
lift
it's
well without
weightlifting-
2 meals and 2 coffees.
No, don't even start. And when it's weightlifting in the morning, God, chuck a barbell on your back.
Actual Olympic weightlifting.
Weightlifting, 7 in the morning. Yeah, but he's recently said, I spoke about him on a video that I did on Facebook on last week, Thursday or something. He said it was like the best 2 weeks he had of like 2018.
Yeah.
Because
Whoa.
not being a practicing doctor, all he does is research, so he's not bound to any 9 to 5. He can do it when he wants. So it takes a lot to decide to do it in the 9 to 5, to get up early and do it. He doesn't have to do these things, so he can just do it when he wants. Like me, he's a night owl, so considering he has no other obligations to go places and do things day to day, he can just do it whenever he wants. So he finds himself in this habit of getting up at 2 in the morning, working to 8, sleeping until 2 in the afternoon. So we're like, right, we're going to fix this.
Yeah.
The fact that we met at the gym was helpful because it went hand in hand with his positive mindset of getting home at 8 o'clock in the morning and being on top of the world. But it was just a handy place to start, to meet, to get him out of bed. And for those 2 weeks, lost fat, mental attitude went up. I saw his face get happier and less bags under his eyes, and yeah, he's doing well because of it. Props to him. Well done, Perfect.
Yeah, I agree, completely well done. And I know you were saying like you want to segue into philosophy and stuff like this, and we were saying just before we turned on the recording that you recently did a video for your page which was about happiness, and it was about smiling and stuff like this, and it got more interaction and views than anything you've done before.
that cracked me up.
Even on a training and fitness page, some happiness philosophy got more views than anything else, and I do not think this is surprising at all, because weightlifting is not the actual goal. Or like, let's say, people come to me and they say, I want to lose weight. That's what they're saying, but what they mean is I want to be slimmer. What they mean is I want to lose fat. So they want to see the scale go down, but only as a proxy measure to getting slimmer. And the only reason they want to be slimmer is to be happier. So the real goal is not even weight loss or fat loss, it's being happier with who you are. So, I don't know. I think it's important. I teach happiness in my course as well. There's
Well, that's why all you're teaching, really. Again,
Kind of.
You're doing one of the most important means to an end because it covers health as well, which is fat loss.
yeah,
So-
it's all
but
in it
that
together.
is a big driver in being happy is being aesthetically pleasing to whatever you think that is per individual, and fat loss is a big part of that for everyone. I could be leaner and be happier about it.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
like where I am because it fuels my training a lot easier. Try being leaner.
You're not
putting
overweight
150
even
on your
slightly.
back.
What are you even
Again,
talking
that's
about?
what I'm saying though. It's just what you perceive. Like I know I'm not overweight. Come on, I'm not.
I'm doing
stupid.
that thing where I'm talking down your goals, aren't I? I'm doing that thing where I'm disempowering you towards your goals. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm saying, no, you don't need to be leaner.
It's called flirting, Connor. Is
So
what
I'm
you're doing. You're flirting with me.
I'm talking you down a little. I'm not sure if, all right. You can go with that one.
Look down your nose at me, sir.
No, that goes with the, I don't know, feel of the show right from the start.
It's true.
So that's all right.
Yeah, chatting up, men. How you doing? what are you doing after this? You want it?
You're going to the sauna after this, aren't you?
I am going to the sauna after this. Again, another beautiful experience in itself, but very much a stepping stone into just a clearer, happier mind. The things I do at a sauna, oh my god.
I tell you what then, right?
me what.
Because it's on camera and because we're on the recording. Convince me again, because I've still not done it.
You haven't done it.
I know.
it-
I'm scared.
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm too scared.
You're a big baby.
I've been in the shower when it's only on lukewarm and screamed like a a small child.
It is not pleasant in the 1 minute that you're
No, go back.
under the
'cause
cold shower.
You're gonna have to tell people what's
Yes,
not
yeah.
pleasant for the 1 minute. So start right at the beginning. After this, you're doing what?
Okay.
Sorry.
So I go up to the Mercure Hotel up in town, anywhere that works with a sauna and a shower that you can put on cold. We do it up at Goodwin Sports Centre sometimes as well.
Who's we? You and Mr. Dave.
Me and
Pearson.
Mr. Dave Pearson.
Second shout out.
Exactly. He's doing well. We're ranking him up. We'll get a little tally going. Dave on 2. He's winning. I think Karthik's on 2 though.
It's 3 now.
There we. Oh no.
Oh, go on.
Right, we get to the sauna, we have a little swim about in the pool to get us a little bit cold. We don't often have a cold shower first because that is brutal coming from outside into a cold shower. So we just get a little bit chilly in the pool. Then we go and get in the sauna and sit there for 15 minutes. The first round we just chat shit, to tell the truth. This is all we do. And just sit there for 15 minutes in the sauna, which
So you're in the pool first, then you're in the sauna.
Is the-
15
is the
minutes in
main
the sauna.
part of it.
The
15
15 minutes in the sauna is
is
a decent length of
hard,
time.
hard, man.
It's a decent
the max
length
we've
of
done is
time.
20, and 20 gets hard.
I'll say, not that I'm trying to be grandiose or big myself up.
It's true.
I can stay in a sauna for quite a while.
I can't.
You know.
That's where I struggle.
Steam room, I cannot even enter. It's like literally, I just walk into. It's like walking into a brick wall. I can't even put my face.
You really
in
need
it.
to settle in a
I'm
sauna.
like, oh my
Yeah.
god! In the sauna, when I first get in it, I feel like if I breathe through my nose, it's too hot, and if I breathe through my mouth, it's too dry, and then I start to have a panic attack
And leave.
for about the first minute. But I'll just pulling this. I'll just meditate and think it's all right. You're not really going to die. People survive saunas just fine. After about the first 2 or 3
I am
minutes.
also a people.
Yeah. After the first 2 or 3 minutes, settle down into it, and then I'm all right. Then I can last in a sauna a decent amount of time.
Yeah, man.
So you're 15 minutes.
Yeah, which is hard for me. Dave does that much better than I do. I start like getting weird by the end. I'm like, I need to get out of this.
What, you're starting to get dizzy?
No, nothing physical. It's just I just struggle in heat.
Struggle in heat?
I struggle in heat.
Are you wearing a turtleneck in the sauna?
Yeah.
That could be it.
Bro, when it catch me when I'm not in a turtleneck.
I wonder if it's
Good luck with
cooler
that.
for me because I've not got hair. I bet it is.
I'll tell you what, that is something that gets me in the shower as well, because it's like putting a mop on your head.
And you
or a
can't get it
sponge,
dry.
Can't get it off. on the court. But yeah, 50 minutes
See,
in
there's
the
advantages
sauna.
to being bald, you know. Although I need to shave my head because I'm starting to look like Mr. Burns.
It's coming.
You're streamlined.
Yeah.
Water's coming. I don't have to do it in the morning.
Yeah.
No, go on. I'm just jealous of the golden locks. Carry on. So, swimming pool, sauna 15.
15 minutes in the sauna, which in that time we just sit around. Then we just waddle off to a shower. We bang it on cold. It's helpful if you've got a friend because it's a big mental game. Like me and Dave just stare each other in the eyes like, who's going to back off first? Just going crazy. Like it becomes one of these. We do about a minute.
Have you got clothes on while this is happening?
Yeah, shorts.
Right. Okay. I'm
Speedos.
Just
no, come on.
Speedos.
No, bro. I'm getting these spindly little
Just
quads
check
out.
it. I'm just trying to get make sure I've got the mental picture of you
Dave's
staring
grandmother's
into another
knees
man's eyes
come
in the
out.
shower correctly.
Yeah,
Go
no,
on,
it's
carry
nice.
on.
Yeah, we get in shower. There's obviously individual showers, may I point out. And
What
we
is
do
cubicles?
Yeah, there's
So then how does it help going with a friend?
because the ones we use face each other. You can see each other out of them.
How's it a cubicle if you can
Because
see
you can
each
keep
other?
the door open.
This is blowing my mind. Carry on. We're gonna have to just move past this. This makes no sense.
Except that you can see each other, okay? And we just get under. To be honest, for a bit of it, I close my eyes. But you do a minute under the cold shower, which at this time of the year is really cold. So I put it on like really cold for about 30 seconds, keep my head under, and then as soon as I start getting brain freeze, I get my head out, get my chest in it, expose my armpits. That's a really good one for getting it to sort of go straight to your torso and really mess you up a bit. And then I go to freezing cold, turn around, get it on my back, stick my head in and out every 5 seconds for the remainder of the minute. And then me and Dave step out of the shower and then stand there like swaying from side to side. And
Like
the
you're
number
drunk or
one thing
what?
that we say every time is we look at each other and we go, whoa, whoa. We go, whoa. And it's the highest I've ever been is just walking out of that shower and just
Your
standing there.
endorphins are
Man.
flowing, the adrenaline
Man,
probably.
I can't describe it. I cannot describe
So
it.
it's-
And then the best part is yet to follow, because then we just go and get in the pool, which at Mercure is a beautiful dimly lit room with only like 1.5 meters deep pool, so you don't have to think about treading water. And I just get in, do some breathing exercises to the point that I can blow out enough.
What do you mean, slowing the breath down?
Yeah, and just expanding my lungs as well so I can hold my breath for longer. Then I take a deep breath in, release about half of it so I can sink to the bottom and sit there on the bottom of the pool. But then I've got nothing so I can hold my breath for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's nice. And I just
impressive.
sit there and it is,
I wouldn't be able to do
by a mile, the happiest time of my week.
Pure meditation. Is it?
It's the purest form. Like
Are those endorphins still flowing from the cold shower when you're in the pool?
It's so because you get the physical effects of it as well, which for me is like my shins and like all of my erectors on my back just kind of like tingle, and
Down the sides of your spine.
yeah, and I just engage no muscles, obviously in the water, that's just floating.
Face up float.
Again, at this point, I'm just sat on the bottom of the pool. I just sit there.
Oh, you sat on the bottom of the pool?
Yeah. I just
Right.
sit on the bottom
So
of the
it's
pool.
jump in the sauna for 15.
Yes.
Blast yourself with the cold shower as cold as possible for like 2 minutes on every
A
single
minute.
area of your
2
1
minutes,
minute.
You couldn't do.
1 minute.
yeah.
Okay. 1 minute. Blast it. This is too much for me already.
No,
This
man, you
sounds
need to do this.
awful.
I'm gonna make you do this.
I'd scream and run
Well,
off.
the thing is, you're thinking about a cold shower now. You're thinking about that cold shower that you tried doing because you heard it online once when you were a kid, and you did it when you first got up in the morning, and all you wanted to do would be warm. Once you got out of a 15-minute sauna session, you're like, ooh, cold shower doesn't sound like the worst thing ever. And it's not like being out in the snow where your fingers get cold and your extremities and your nose, and it's like, it's just like your immediate core temperature just drops. So it's a different experience from any cold you've ever had so far, and it's nice. And then going floating in a shower, in the pool, and if you let your mind run with it, I could be anywhere in space, just floating. For that, in fact, I've actually ordered a snorkel. You'll laugh at this. I've ordered a snorkel because I wish I could stay down there longer. I wish I could stay on the bottom of the pool for about half an
Is a
hour.
snorkel only like that long?
What I'm going to do is
You need to get an
I'm going to tape a
extender
pipe to it and then put a little rubber float
This is
around
going
the
to
top
be
of it.
ridiculous. You're going to be
it's
like a
gonna-
human submarine.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
This is going to be ridiculous. I'm
be so
I'm
good.
going to be honest with you, bro. I'm like a cat. I don't like getting wet. I mean, I've got this weird thing. I've had this ever since a child where I don't get really in the bath anymore. But I remember being in the bath like maybe a while ago, and a lot as
I'm
a
going to take
child.
this jumper off.
Yeah, okay. A lot as a child, and I'd be in the bath, and as soon as my ears, if say I'd laid down in the water, as soon as my ears would go below the water, I'd instantly feel like I was under the water and I couldn't breathe and start to go into the same panic attack mode.
Well, those are all
It's-
facts that you're under the water and you can't breathe.
No, I definitely can breathe because my nose and mouth's out of the water.
Oh, I see what
I've
you
only
mean.
just laid my head back to my ears under. As soon as the ears go under, I literally feel like I've not done it for years, but I don't know. I've got some. I can swim, but
I
just don't like it.
I'm not very good at floating.
No, but you're quite dense.
Thank you. In the
Honestly,
head, though.
No, you're quite lean, so you've got like bones and things that sink.
You know what? Something I have figured out is I do have bones.
And that's true.
I learned this at an early age
That is
when I broke
true.
a few.
That is true. So you're doing that today.
I am doing that today, on my own today actually. Dave has clients and
Yeah.
other business matters to attend.
You're half and half convincing me, but it just sounds rough.
Man, you need to do it.
It just sounds rough.
It's enjoyable. I took my brother, and he, I don't want to shout him out, enjoys the sesh and enjoys feeling out of his body a little bit and a little bit wavy, but he walked
Right.
out of that shower the first time he did it, and same deal, he's like, man, all my years, this is the best, weirdest and highest I've ever felt, just coming out of the shower. This is the man who is respectable on the town for handling himself.
I understand.
Yeah. And he walked out and he was like, bro, this has never happened before. I'm cloud nine. I've talked about this for too much.
No, I don't think you have. I think it's been on camera now, so I'm going to have to do it. Otherwise,
true.
I'm just going to look
Hold
like
him to it, people.
Don't hold me to it.
Hold him to
otherwise, I'm just going to look like I'm
This guy.
backing down.
Yeah.
Aren't I? Otherwise,
I'm not going to let you back down.
it sounds terrible.
I'm just trying to get you in a swimsuit, really.
That's what I expected. That's why I've been backing off.
it gonna be pink
That's
as
why
well?
we're asking specific questions about why you're looking into my eyes. Are we wearing clothes? Why can we see each other if it's cubicle showers? This is what I'm trying to keep it PC here.
That's boring. You need to do it.
So anyway, that was the longest introduction of Will Hewkin of all
Introduction,
time.
What time are we on? Half an hour.
Half an hour, not
doing
bad.
well, we're doing well.
Not bad.
Turning into a Joe Rogan podcast.
You originally, that'd be nice.
Except with 0 views.
that is true. And episode 1, not episode 1,200.
Yeah.
Not 1,200
Oh, hilarious.
or something.
What a guy. We'll get there. We'll get there.
You want to talk about goal setting?
I do.
So why did you bring that up? Like we could talk about anything. I don't mind what we talk about, and it was going to just be like this open flowing conversation as it is. And then you thought goal setting is pertinent. Why?
Because everyone needs it, so it's a blanket statement for everyone, so we're not excluding anyone.
What? So you're saying if you don't set goals, you won't achieve anything?
No, in that, I mean, everyone that's doing anything has a reason for doing it, and it is usually a goal. And the other thing is that most people fail at making goals, which is only an observation of mine, so apologies if it's so forward, but I think it's true.
What do you mean? You said making the goal. Do you mean setting the goal or achieving the goal?
All of them. So they fail in choosing the goal because sometimes, and again, I'm coming from a fitness point of view, people are ill-informed. Like they say, I'm going to lose fat, I'm going to do endless cardio.
Okay.
You see what I mean? They're
Yeah,
just picking
using the wrong tool for the wrong job.
There we
yeah,
go.
coming at it from the wrong angle.
Exactly.
or-
So that's the first mistake is they come from an
Education's low.
uneducated point of view.
Yeah.
Which
Which is
I
hard
don't to say without sounding insulting, but obviously it would be the exact same for me if I was going into freaking
to get your car fixed. And
Yeah,
the, and
you know
the
what I
mechanic
mean?
was doing
Yeah.
you over, and you would have no idea.
what I was doing.
Exactly.
So it's
No,
everyone's ill-informed on something.
Can I just speak on that point for a
Please
second?
do.
Because I think it's. I've spoke about this on my page because I don't blame people. I blame other trainers and other fat loss
So much.
programs being goddamn awful. Because people who come to join my fat loss program, they've usually done, in their words, everything before.
And let me guess, they know nothing.
They've got, and they,
Or they know everything about the wrong thing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they join my program, and I blow their minds with education.
With the basic facts.
I'm thinking, how is this possible?
Yes.
You've been to Slimming World 59 times. You've been to Weight Watchers. You've bought every freaking cookbook in the world.
Joe Wicks, shout out.
Yeah, you've been to the GP. You've been to see dietitians most likely at the actual hospital and stuff like this. And then
The professionals, alleged.
and I just don't. This. How can this be people's fault?
agreed.
They've been to see so many professionals, and they've still ended up with nothing. I think, what have these people been doing? So I don't blame people for being uneducated. And to be fair, it is a complex thing, and people have got their own lives, and
Yeah, absolutely.
you can't know everything about everything.
Which is why it's helpful to, I mean, outsourcing to you is such a good idea because, again, for the people that you're working with, they get such a cheap price for what you're giving them.
It's £36 per month.
Exactly.
You know, a cocktail's like £9 for one now.
Yeah.
Are you
And that's going against
serious?
everything that someone's trying to achieve.
Are you
You know what I
serious?
mean? So they don't even have to learn anything. They just need to outsource. £36 a month. That's maybe what, 3 hours work for some people in a month,
Yeah.
and they've covered their expenses for this encyclopedia that is Connor Rhodes, the source of all knowledge.
Well, the source of most
The source of
nutritional
some
knowledge. That's more like it. Let's keep it accurate.
Yes.
The source of some knowledge for sure. Some nutritional knowledge.
Yes.
I only have one skill in life because like we're saying, the world's very niche.
Yeah.
I literally can only talk about nutrition. I can't even really write that well about nutrition.
You've put about 500 videos up on Facebook. What have they all been about?
All of them calories.
Calories, all
Every
calories,
single
everything in one. Calories.
Even this one.
Hey, how we doing?
Calories. I only have
Calories.
one. I can't even really use a screwdriver. That's not an exaggeration.
See, that's where I differ. I like the handyman side of things.
I only look manly on the external.
So
it's,
manly.
it's a complete masquerade and
Yeah.
charade.
Yeah.
I've gotten the tattoos and shaved my own head, just like on purpose,
Ooh.
to try to try and appear
Yeah.
masculine.
Yeah.
But on the inside, it's just textbooks all the way down. I just own a lot of facts
Yeah, man, that's the best way to be.
in my brain.
the best way to be.
Nerds rule the world.
It's true. Nerds
Don't
don't
you
rule
know?
the world.
What were we saying before I rudely interrupted? You said people are uneducated.
Yes, which leads them to their first mistake, which is they just pick the wrong tool for the job.
Yeah.
And then they're too hard on themselves, which a lot of, again, relating it back to fitness, a lot of trainers tell people
So-
to be hard on themselves.
Just because we went off tangent, so we're talking about goal setting, and you're saying people set the goal in the wrong area to start with.
Yeah.
Is that the first mistake?
Yeah.
Yeah. People are not setting the goal.
Like, what's the most common one when people walk into the gym that we correct them on? I want to lose weight. No, you don't.
yeah.
What
You want
they
to
wanna
lose
lose?
body fat.
Exactly.
Like we said
it's the
earlier.
first thing.
Okay.
So the first thing they're saying is often wrong.
Yeah, and
in
again,
regards to
that's
fitness.
not people's fault. That's because
Not people's
everybody
fault.
around them and everybody at Slimming World and Weight Watchers and all these places, because they're the most famous places, they say, come to us, lose weight, don't they? So then people say, I want to lose weight, but in reality, no. And then when people start getting confused
Innit,
in
give
the
me a
weight
left
loss
leg.
and the fat loss process, because I'm trying to explain to people how fat loss works, like you lose fat directly proportional to the amount of calories that you do not eat,
Yes.
basically. But your weight doesn't have to go down proportionately. So I'm like, look, trying to explain to people, fat loss is this thing, weight loss is this thing. Fat loss is only calories. Weight loss can be you've lost a leg, you're dehydrated, you've been to the toilet, you've exercised and burnt off some carbohydrates, you've got real sweaty, you've not eaten, so you've got no, I don't know, you're ill, so you've been sick, now you're lighter. This is all weight loss, this is fat loss, and they
Yeah.
have different names because they're different things. They're not, but people use them as synonyms. So yeah, people
That's
using
true.
people
So true.
using wrong tool for the wrong job, getting the wrong idea, coming
Yeah.
at it from the wrong
Which
perspective,
leads to the wrong approach.
which leads to them, in my opinion, putting in tons of effort into the wrong place. So you're going really fast to the wrong. You're climbing a ladder really fast to find out you put
Going
it on the
nowhere.
wrong wall.
Yeah.
It's like
I like that. That's
you're,
good.
you're just blasting down the road, but you've not even set the GPS correctly. So you've set off driving real fast on your journey without even understanding whether you're going in the right direction first. So anyway,
No, you're true.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and it stands precedent for most people. Again, I'm ignorant on everything except fitness, so I'm talking strictly about fitness.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about anything else.
Maybe a bit about philosophy.
I'd like to think
Maybe a
so.
bit about putting highlights in. You know something
I
about
do that
getting,
myself.
You know something about getting jacked.
Not on the arms, I don't.
Not on the
Not
arm.
on the arms, I don't. Why is
Neither,
that?
neither
That's
do
no
I.
good.
Not
No.
bad. Not bad.
Triceps need something.
Not bad.
Not good at all. And where are we after this?
Incorrect goal setting.
What did I write down? There's a little. Oh yeah.
A bit more notes. That's a good idea.
3.
That's prepared. I like that. No, that's a good idea.
Which consists of 6 words.
That's perfect. Little bullet point reminders
Exactly.
to bring you back.
Actionable goals is
Yeah.
things that people don't make. They
This is
give
correct.
themselves goals because they've heard other people say them. They hear what's his name, Steve Cook, say them on Instagram. That'll work for Steve Cook. That may not work
Steve
for
Cook's
you.
who? A famous fitness model.
I think so.
Super jacked,
Super
like
jacked.
super lean
Super
guy.
jacked, seems
all
like a
the
nice
abs.
enough guy. Yeah.
He's got like veins on his teeth.
Yeah. Yes.
He's got abs on his eyebrows.
Yes.
Yeah, go
Ooh,
on.
good looking guy. Look at you again.
You said good looking guy.
I know, I didn't
And then
know
I
that was you.
imagined what it would look like to put abs on your eyebrows, and that would be ridiculous and not a good looking guy.
Ooh, hilarious. Abs like my pecs. Yeah.
So Steve Cook's on Instagram saying
I don't know,
what?
and people
What's he
pick-
saying?
Here's an example, but people pick goals based on things other people have said.
Okay, like what?
Like they want to lift a certain amount, they want to train 6 days a week. Steve Cook's been training for what, a decade?
Okay,
6 days a week.
probably longer.
It's going to be nothing for him.
Okay.
I've been training consistently for 3 years now, and I train 6 times a week, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're coming into the gym for the first time and you say to yourself, I'm going to train, I don't know, if you say 3 times a week, and then I ask you, what's the likelihood of that out of 1 to 10, and you say anything 7 or less, that the likelihood is you're going to train, lower that number. And the reason why you lower that number is because it's fine to lower that number. I've got a good couple of female clients and male clients on 2 sessions a week that have had phenomenal results. Considering now that fat loss is taken care of outside of the gym continuously and always,
Just
so
with
long as you're being
nutrition.
smart, exactly.
Okay.
And their strength goals, be that with an individual movement like a bench press, a pull up, a squat, a push up, whatever it may be, or their aesthetic goals, have a bigger chest, have a nicer bum, better quads, bigger shoulders, whatever, that gets taken care of inside of the gym
Yeah.
and can be done on 2 sessions a week. Then you should have to be smart about how you train. So don't tell yourself you're going to come in 6 times a week if the likelihood of you doing that is not good, because if we were robots and we just failed at doing that, that's fine, we just pick ourselves up and go again the next week, but we have emotive responses to things, so when we fail we don't pick ourselves up and go again, we just get sad and don't do anything. And then we...
So it's a negative feedback
Yeah.
loop on what you just tried to do.
Yes, and I spoke on my video on Thursday about the snowball effect, which I'm a big advocate of, and again, in that things just snowball, and because it, in my opinion, will happen of whatever you're doing. If you, how does the saying go? I said it in that video as well. If you plant weeds in a garden, weeds will grow, and if you plant roses, roses will grow. And just in life, either way, this snowball effect will take over, in that if you do something wrong, if you get up hella late in the morning because you've got a day off work, you feel sluggish, and what's the last thing you're going to do is going to go to the gym. You're going to sit in front of the telly and watch TV.
Well, you're already running late, so you're a little bit stressed, so maybe
you're
you
a
don't
little
eat
bit
breakfast
pissed off at
properly.
yourself,
Yeah,
so
you turn up at work, but you only just make it,
Yeah,
so you're
yeah.
thinking, shit, I've not eaten.
And then because, even though it's your own fault, because you get to lunchtime and you're upset because you've had a bad day, you go and eat crap. Because you
Yeah.
feel like because you've got this feeling of sadness, you feel like you have earned, or you could be easy on yourself, because even though it's self-inflicted, you feel sad. Does this make sense?
It does. The analogy I use is it's like a train. I say,
Choo-choo.
Yeah, I say motivation and momentum compounds, but it works like a train in the way where it's really hard to set a train off, and it feels really heavy, and it's like sugar. Trying to.
Can we have that one more time?
It's good. It's good. Trying to set off the train, it's really difficult, isn't
Yeah,
it? And then
yeah,
the
yeah.
faster it goes, and you build momentum going down the track, faster and faster and faster and faster, and then once it's going, you try and stop that train.
luck.
Nothing will stop that
Good
train. You
luck.
can jump in front of that train, and it will blast
Splatter
you
you.
down.
Ability.
Exactly. If you wanted to stop that train, you've got to ram the brake on it, screech to an awful slow stop, and then you've got to power it into reverse, and then slowly
Chugga, chugga,
reverse sugar back the other direction.
not gonna go well, is
It's
it?
going to take freaking ages.
Ages, so long.
Isn't it? So once you've started moving
Yeah.
towards your goals, it's easier to continue. But if you start moving the wrong way,
it will happen either way.
It'll start
Once you start moving in
spiraling
one
down.
direction, it will happen. So make that direction something you want to do. So don't set yourself up for failure by saying to yourself, yeah, 6 days a week, I'll do that. No, you won't.
Right, so you're saying set realistic goals.
Set
basically.
things that,
set realistic
that you can
goals.
best adhere to, because the second best thing over the, say, frequency in a week for weight training is just the consistency over time. What are we on now? 5th shout out, Emily, my client. Got her first push-up towards the end of last year because we trained to do push-ups very monotonously, very continuously on a Monday and a Friday for about three months, I think. Just 2 days a week. For the sessions themselves lasted an hour, so 2 hours a week she was training.
Not a lot.
The push-ups themselves
That is not a lot of time.
lasted 10 minutes,
Yeah.
20 minutes.
A week.
A week.
3 months later, she could do press
3 months later, she could do
That is
press-ups. She wanted to do a push-up for about 25 years before this. It took her 3 months to get
It
there.
took 20 minutes.
Emily
for
will
like,
love you.
It
Yeah.
took 20 minutes for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And that is pure consistency.
And it's just consistency and frequency.
But I bet it's not. I bet there's a little bit more to that you're missing out because, like,
Such as?
because you'll have
There's
set
the
her,
accountability of me being there.
yeah, and you'll have set her realistic goals. So you won't have said, right, day one, try a press up. You'll have said, day one, we're doing knee press ups. And so you'll have got her on her knees, or I don't know, what would be an easy progression that you would use for a beginner?
Regression.
Sorry?
Regression.
Regression, yeah, correct word.
We do
What would
the-
be an easier version for somebody who can't do a press up? What would you give them?
We elevated their hands onto
Oh,
boxes.
you do
You've seen
do
me do
that.
that.
I've seen you do
And then
that,
it becomes
yes.
very tangible because this is exactly how I would have done it with weight training. In that with weights you have numbers, you have weights. I just use heights. Are you looking for something to do a push-up on?
I was just wondering if you could just put your legs down there and do one, and then I realised you're attached to that thing.
I'm
It's
attached
probably
to
not a
many
good
things.
idea.
No, let's not do that.
Let's just leave it. But imagine doing a press up like sort of on an angle.
Think kitchen table. Hands on the kitchen table, feet on the floor.
Yeah, or
push
on your
up.
kitchen side.
Do
That's a
that.
good idea.
Then try doing one on the floor.
Yeah, so
Harder.
you start someone off on high,
Yeah.
going, and then you move it lower and
And
lower.
the way we
lower,
literally
lower,
did it,
lower.
because it's so. See, this is the thing in that with musculature and the results that you'll have and see from weight training. One, it's freaking slow because you make. Well, I mean, when you weight train, you micro tear your muscles, which
What, you
means
mean
you have
building muscles slow or
Yeah.
your strength slow?
both.
Both. Yeah, good.
Both. Ooh, we're breaking things.
Steady on. All right.
So when you break down a muscle, you create micro tears. This creates micro gains.
Micro muscle.
Yeah, it does.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Micro muscle.
You've been training 10 years, I've been training 3 years. I
Come
look
on.
tiny.
No, you don't. No, you do not.
Well, you see what I'm saying though, in that you're not going to see week by week these results.
You're not going to see your arms like.
No, especially because you look at yourself every day in the mirror. You'll be the last person, which is very annoying to see your results. I saw Emily twice a week, so every couple of weeks I'm like, hey, she's looking better. She's
Yeah, that makes
doing
sense,
better. Same with
yeah.
all my clients,
Yeah.
especially if they're fat loss clients as well, which Emily isn't particularly. But I've had other clients in the past who, bit by bit, I've seen them come in, their face looks a little bit better, they're a little bit tighter, this, that, and the other, but they don't see it nearly as much. But yeah, essentially it takes a while, whereas if you can put numbers on things, you can so tangibly know if you're getting better, which is a great tool for sustainability, because people jump off the wagon because they don't think they're getting better because they can't see it.
Because they're not tracking it.
Exactly, because what we did with Emily, and what I would do with anyone, so to use this example, we had her on a red box. The first time she did it, she got 6 push-ups on there.
The red box is a high one.
Yeah, very high one. She got 6, then on the second set,
It's the equivalent of like doing it on your kitchen side or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then we turned it over and to make it higher still, she got like 11, and then she got like 10. So then we have heights written down and numbers correlating to them. Then the next time she comes in, she tries and gets 7, 12, 10. I think she did get that on the second time.
And that's so she did slightly more repetitions
So she's
on,
getting-
on the same,
On the exact same thing. So she's literally just climbing this ladder
doing the same exercise, but one more repetition.
every time. And it's easy to get this in your head. Like if you get it, you'll be over the moon because you know so tangibly that you have improved, which is nice. If you got 6 on Monday and you get 7 on Friday, you've improved. If you get 8 on that Monday still, in a week you've added 2 reps.
And you're only expecting her basically to add one more if she can, or something.
Yeah, which
like
again is still just a number that I've plucked out of the ether because it's the lowest I can do. 1, it's still a certain degree. So if she don't get it, it don't mean she hasn't got particularly stronger. It means she hasn't got 1 stronger.
Yeah,
so there's
if you,
still
can
a
only, if you can only do 1, if you wanted to do another one, that's,
the
100%
smallest,
more.
That's the smallest increment I can make.
Yeah.
So I have to put it somewhere.
But you know, if you could only do 1 press up, and,
Yeah.
you're like, and next time you want to do 2, you have to be double as strong.
Exactly.
So if you only got quarter stronger, you
Exactly.
still wouldn't make it, and you'd think you'd done crap, but really you're just using not the correct
But
variables to measure
really,
it.
you just can't quite make the next level up, as it were. You'd be closer for sure. but you can't
So you just
quite
got to
meet
try
the
more.
next
So
increment.
it just comes back to that consistency.
So it's just
thing from the
consistency,
beginning.
because there's days in my training when today I did quite well. This was my, I think, third attempt at getting 82 on bench for 3 sets of 8, and today I got it.
Okay.
Twice before this I failed it.
Good.
And before that I had it on 80. The session before that I failed 80. The session before that I had it on 77. The session before that I failed at 77. And it's just, you know, give and take, but you just always keep coming back. And when, you know, I started this program that I was on now at the start of this year, getting 75, I think, for 3 sets of 8. Today I got 82 for 3 sets of 8. I look no bigger. Maybe
Or if you did,
I'm
you
smaller.
wouldn't- Or if you did, you wouldn't be able to notice.
I wouldn't be able
you
to
just see
notice.
yourself every day.
Exactly.
It's
Whereas
interesting,
I can look at this and go, oh shit, look at that. That was 75.
Yeah.
Now I'm on 82. I know for a fact I'm stronger.
Yeah.
This keeps me in the game mentally.
So even if your goal was to get bigger, you're tracking the variable, which is to get stronger,
Yeah.
as if your goal was weight loss. You don't necessarily have to track the weight loss, you track the calorie intake, which causes the weight
Exactly.
loss. So you're tracking the thing that causes the result that you want, rather than the thing you actually want.
Yeah.
Which is why the first thing you said, if we'll loop right back round to the beginning, was set actionable goals rather than, I suppose, it'd be an outcome goal.
Exactly.
This is one of the things I have in my program. I call it process goals.
Yeah.
You call it actionable
yeah.
goals.
yeah.
Same thing.
So again, rather than saying I will go to the gym more, put some numbers on
Yeah,
that
that
shit.
makes no sense,
I will
does it?
go
Because
to
how
the
much is
gym
more?
tomorrow at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
If it gets to 7:30 and you're not there, you're gonna kick yourself in the teeth.
I'll give you a specific example. Every single Sunday, every member of my 6 Steps to Slim program is required to post their goals for the week coming ahead to me. So on a Sunday night, they post their goals to me. I check that it's
That's
correct,
nice.
and then when they wake up on Monday morning, they've got their plan set.
Good.
Just like you, I only let them set goals that they know they can achieve, and I don't do 7 out of 10. It's 9 out of 10.
There you go.
They have to write down. This is what they have to write down exactly this. I am 90% confident that over the next week I will, and then whatever they want. And it has to be a process goal, not an outcome goal.
No,
so
yeah.
it cannot be, I am
will
90%
lose.
confident that over the next week I will lose 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Because I'm not confident that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because you've not told me you're going to freaking do anything.
No.
So what are you going to do? Wish it away?
And it's nice.
How are we going to get rid of that?
It's nice to reverse engineer these things, which is easier potentially in your field than it is mine, because there's more variables with strength gaining than there is with fat loss, in that yours is just an input and an output of 2 freaking numbers. So you can reverse engineer it, and again, if we were robots, you just
Yeah, if you were
mathematically find out
robots,
how much a
yeah.
robot was burning a day, give him 200
Well-
calories less, and watch him lose like a pound or just under in a week.
That'd be terrible coaching to expect that. Because
Exactly,
like you said,
because
people
we're
are
not robots.
I know, we're not robots.
People need
that's
to
the,
understand, don't be harsh on yourself.
that's the equivalent.
Don't treat yourself
of
like you are.
If you were a terrible personal trainer,
Yes.
call out to personal trainers that do this, you would create, for example, a plan of a 6-week progression of my client will bench
Oh, God.
7 reps on this day, then we're going to increase by, it'll be 8 reps on that day, 9 reps on that day, then we'll change it, and you'd make like an 8-week like strength training program and expect that person to follow that through perfectly, where on really day 3 they're like, my elbow hurts and I'm tired, I don't really want to do that, and then you're just not doing it.
Yeah.
And it's out, burn the plan.
You have to accommodate
People are
a
not
person.
freaking robots,
Yeah, you
are
have to
they?
accommodate a plan to a person, not a person to a freaking plan.
Oh, that's a nice way of saying it. That's a nice way of saying it.
You don't
Oh,
try and change someone that's spent 30 years walking around as themselves to fit your freaking plan that you devised 5 minutes at home before the session started because you're a shit personal trainer. You know, figure out what that person is and then fit a plan to them, because they ain't going to change. They've been walking around on the same 2 feet for 30 years. Jesus.
Well, it's like I'm going to steal Jordan. You know Jordan Peterson,
By name, I can't think who he
famous
is.
psychologist. I'm going to
Okay.
steal what he says. He talks about like yin and yang.
Yeah.
Like the Chinese, dark and light,
Yeah,
good
yeah,
and
the
evil.
whole thing.
He calls it order and chaos.
Okay.
And he says there's
I'm stealing tea,
Yeah.
yeah.
blast some tea for sure. It's going cold.
We're blasting it, we're not just
it's
drinking
got,
it.
It's got 4 sweetness.
Oh, you've got a nice little shiny thing behind
I'm coming at you from heaven.
Oh, it looks like
I'm coming at you from
Look at this
heaven.
ray.
I'll tell you what I'll do. We
Still chink on it.
should probably think about wrapping this up soon because
It's true.
We're at nearly an hour, but we'll continue. And I'll just.
Sorry everyone for the time we've not wasted.
If people don't like it, they'd have turned off already.
It's
if you've
true.
Got, if you've got,
Yeah, now.
look at that. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
If you've, I should have sat here like this anyway. This looks like
it's
a better
true.
position. If you, if they've got this far into it, they must like what we're saying anyway. Otherwise, you can turn it off at any time.
Oh, I forgot about the sweetener.
Yes.
Oh, that's so vile.
Are you serious?
Bro, that's no good.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's
that is
awful.
real good. That is a real tea.
That's-
There's only 4 sweeteners in the entire thing, so that's like not even 2 per cup.
How do you do this?
Beautifully, that's how I do it.
No
On
good.
purpose and with vigour. Come on. This guy. I was talking to you about the way we set goals. So we make people set 90% confident goals, and like I said, they have to be a process goal, not an outcome goal. So my job basically, every single Sunday, a large proportion of my job on my Fat Loss program is correcting people's goal setting. Even though I teach them how to goal set and it shows them how to do it in the program and I go through it with them, people still slowly, and it's not an easy thing to do. We're technically professional goal setters. Like I've literally studied habit change science and self-determination theory and the psychology of change and all this stuff to help people do this properly. So it is a difficult and specific thing to do. But it has to be a process goal rather than an outcome goal. So they're not allowed to set down, I will lose £2 next week, because this doesn't help.
No.
It has to be, I will do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, and not like you said, not I will walk more. Because a common thing we get people to do is step counting to burn calories. Not I will do more steps, because this tells me nothing.
No.
How many steps did you do? When are we doing them? And how many more is more? If it's one more, then it's like,
Good
what?
job.
That's still more. You've achieved the goal, but let's be real. So it has to be specific goals, like you said, achievable goals, realistic goals,
things that you can act on,
actionable goals. What else on goal setting?
Just to cover that, what you were saying there with an exact example. 7th shout out.
Good.
Miss Shauna, another client of mine. She's doing really well. We were talking the other day about, I think again, so she kind of made, what were you calling it, an outcome goal. By the end, to lose 1 kilo a week, and I was like, possible, really hard. Because, and then we reverse engineered this and figured out.
Well, she'd have to be minus 770 calories per day.
Yeah, so I was telling her exactly what she'd have to be burning less a day.
But no, I'm lying, she'd have to be minus
1,100.
Yeah.
1,100.
What did I just?
7,000. I was about to call you out.
Well,
but
it's
then,
700. It's minus 770, isn't it? And then you're right.
Yeah.
I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Continue.
1,100 a day deficit, which
God.
I'm like,
that's intense.
I'm like, you're a 5'6" female. You want to be eating 900 calories a day? You're telling me that?
You're saying her level of calorie intake to keep her the same would be about 2,000.
That's what it has been. Her Fitbit's sort of been showing. So I'm like, you want to eat that? From here, you have options.
900 calories a day.
Yeah.
Good freaking.
I'm like, from here you have options. If you do want
Look
to,
how bright that is.
it's so cute, isn't it?
Go on, here you have options.
From here you have options. You can lose 1 kilo a week if you wish, and then you can decide how you're going to do this. If you're an animal, a machine, more like a robot, and you can function on 900 calories a day, it's not something I'll recommend, but I will support if you freaking decide that for some reason. Then yeah, cool. You're going to need to be burning. Yeah, it's not dangerous.
No,
it's
not
fine.
dangerous.
You're going to need to be burning 2,000 calories. If you still want to lose that, but you want to eat more, if you want to eat 1,500 calories a day, that's going to be a much easier time to eat that. Guess how many calories you burn in? 2,600. Now you've just got to do some more steps in the day, and you know what I mean. But it's like, do you want to walk 2,600 calories? Do you want to walk that off in a day? No. Do you want to eat 900 in a day? No. Right. So change your goal.
Make it more realistic.
Make it more realistic. If you want to lose a pound a week, maybe you're going to be able to eat 1,500 and only burn 2,000 and lose that pound in a week. Boom. That adds up more or less, right?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, don't ask me about maths. I just screwed it up on camera. I just said completely the wrong freaking thing on camera and just got the numbers totally wrong.
You got corrected by an actual child.
No, that's good.
Shouldn't have said that. I've shouted myself out
I told you,
now.
the students become the master. This is why you're good.
Is
Support me
Yeah.
on the way.
And, yeah, I can tell that you're a rookie just by the amount of freaking sweeteners in this tea. This is
That is amazing. Artificial sweeteners have shown zero side effects for any humans in history.
Have you tried being naturally sweet?
I really do try, but it's difficult. The weight of the world weighs down upon me.
Man,
so occasionally
you and Atlas.
I've got like honey flavoured shower gel, so that I'm like, in the morning trying to just sweeten
What, for
myself.
all your hair?
Yeah.
All right, question: shampoo or soap for you? This has got to be a decision.
What do you mean?
You
Where?
use shampoo or soap?
On the head?
On anywhere. 'Cause-
Shampoo.
Really?
But I've got a real question for you, and this is an actual thing I've been wondering. I've got chest hair. Shampoo or shower gel? What are we saying? It's like, how long does it? Not that I've got ridiculously.
I don't
long
know,
chest
because
hair, but how long
I
would it
also
to get?
have one chest hair.
A singular.
Yeah, this is the one. Really long though. It's great.
That's awful.
Tucked into my belly button.
Oh, that's awful. Stop. You need to get rid of that.
I don't.
Get rid of that.
No, we're not that bad. We're not
It
that
comes
bad.
over and it just starts tickling your neck.
Yeah, no. I can tie it back with the rest of me.
You think it's your girlfriend, it's your own belly button hair. Tickling you on the neck.
No good.
You're having nice dreams.
Oh god, this needs to end. This is hilarious.
No, I use shampoo on the skull.
Okay.
On the skull.
Why are you asking me about chest hair beauty products?
It's just something I've been thinking about.
Say it like I know things about how to look
It's
good.
something I've been thinking about. It's just, I don't know. It's these problems that you never think these things are going to come up as you age, and then the problems that you encounter are just completely unexpected, and you just got to adjust, haven't you?
Tax
It's like
and shampoo or body wash.
It's like goal setting again, isn't it? You just got to adjust your goals. If one day I get so hairy for some reason that I have to switch to full body shampoo, then that's going to have to be a sign, isn't it? That'd be a real
Freaking
issue.
werewolf, Connor.
No, it's not real, is it?
No, you're alright.
What else about goal setting? So we've not gone through boom, 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 boom what the actual things are, but you've said set realistic goals, set actionable goals. What else? Remind me. Realistic,
It's
actionable,
sustainable.
process, yeah,
Sustainable goals.
Nice. Just achievable and don't be too hard on yourself.
I'm going to say
that's
that-
basically the game.
Yeah, the blanket statement is just sustainability because, I mean, if again, this applies to both, say, fat loss or strength progression, whatever it is. If you're doing something twice a week or you're burning only half a pound a week, something quite easily done,
Okay.
but you do it for a year, you're doing far better than the guy that's gone
You're doing better than everyone, basically.
1 kilo a week for 2 weeks
and then gained it back.
and then gone, nah, this is a bad idea.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's like slow and steady wins the race. The hare and the tortoise sort of thing. This is why, for muscle building and strength building, you've got no choice. It's slow whether you like it or not. It is
get used to it.
slow process.
Yeah.
With fat loss, you do kind of have a choice because it can be fast. Like people in my program lose up to a stone per week, but sometimes that's not a stone a week, a stone a month. And I know that'd be ridiculous.
I didn't even pick up on that when you said it. Yeah.
No, I didn't until
No.
about a second later. I thought, oh my, that's not correct.
No, that would be good.
I'm doing awful
And again,
with the numbers.
That's also
today.
individual in that that's going to be the person who already weighs 30 stone, not the
Sometimes
person that weighs 9.
It depends how hard people work
Yeah.
as well.
It's tea. One thing I do with all my clients, again, once we've had the calorie in, calorie out talk, and we've coached them on that, assuming that they have some form of fat loss goals, and they're plodding along nicely with that, is that we then obviously have to decide how they're training in the gym. And because this is done with me, it's very simple to do. And I'd say about 75% of my clients do all of their training in the gym with me. Again, because I see people twice or 3 times a week, this makes it easier. But also because for most of them, they're new to the gym. The goals that they have, even if they're aesthetic, I make them strength goals because that's the best way to monitor these goals and even attain them, because you can be strong in a rep range of 1 to 3 or from 8 to 12. You know, you don't have to be strong in everyone's version of strong in that you're lifting heavy things. You can be strong with lightweight, which is more applicable to hypertrophy and muscle growth, so it can relate back to aesthetics and growing muscle. But it's just something, again, you can focus on much more, and you only need to do it twice a week. So what I get people to do is one of 2 things. If they come into the gym knowing that they want to get better at something, like my client Matthew, 7th, 8th, shout out, did super well. Oh my god, he started, you'll know this by reference, at about 74 kilos on the weighted pull-up machine. Really low down, so really easy.
So that's how much it's helping him.
That's
up.
how much it's helping him.
So it's helping him. It's helping him quite a lot, basically.
And he can do
lift himself.
He
up.
could do 6 reps on that.
Okay.
Fast forward 6 months, he can do 10 full reps body weight. Boom.
Fast forward how long?
6 months.
That's impossible.
It's because he lost 14 kilos in the process because his fat loss was ticking away.
Good.
So
It's
good,
not literally
Matthew, the man.
That's
Looking
not
forward to
literally
seeing you next
impossible,
month.
but That is so freaking.
So good.
Say again.
So
So he
he-
went from massive assist, and then 6 months
Massive
later he
assist
can do
for
10.
6 reps to now
He can do
doing
10
10
on his own.
10 on his own now. He's not far off adding weight to his pull-ups. But so what he did, so he walked in knowing he wants to do pull-ups, so immediately prescribed pull-ups. Yeah. If people walk in
Like
and
you
they
said, consistency. Every workout we're doing pull-ups and
and what we
pull-ups
do
and what else?
What we do is I will just give that some complementary exercise. So for him it was pull-ups and push-ups, and similar. I did the exact same thing with him that I did with Emily. In the we just started on a high box, worked him down to the floor. Now he could just do 20 push-ups in his sleep and not even worry about it. And after he could do about 10, we just switched it onto pull-ups and bench.
Yeah.
Because again, similar thing, but he's got more of a weight control there with bench.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for for the push-up one with him, he wasn't as fussed about doing push-ups as he was doing pull-ups. So we reverse engineered from the fact that he wanted a bigger chest and bigger triceps, and prescribed push-ups to that exercise. Same with Emily. She came in saying, I want to be able to do a push-up and I want to have a nicer bum, which in her world was bigger. So she got prescribed push-ups and hip thrusts, which is what we would start every session with, just supersetted. Entirely retarded superset in that they're in no way correlated, other than the fact that they both are correlated towards her goals. So we'd just come in, they're the only things we would absolutely monitor as if she was a professional weightlifter, to see her progression, climbing up every week. We'd kill her at the start of the session on push-ups and push-ups, and then we'd go and bodybuild for the rest of it. We'd superset walking lunges and leg curls.
Superset means do exercises.
Yeah. And then more of a quad exercise maybe. And then by then she's covered more or less all her lower body. And then so she'd done what, push-ups for her upper body. Then we'd throw in a horizontal pull, seated row, superset that with shoulder press. Then that's your vertical push. Bang, pull-ups in at the end, and she's done full body.
Everything nice and well rounded.
She's done full body in 1 hour. She does that again on a Friday, and she's covered her entire body twice in a week, which is all I tell people to do anyway.
In 2 hours.
Exactly. How you do that, I do not care. If you want to split that up into doing arms on one day, chest on the next, shoulders on the other, do it. But then you're in 6 days a week.
You still need to get through everything twice a week.
Exactly. You're in 6 days a week, and you've got no social life.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Which is fine if you want to do that, because that's what I do.
As well.
Yeah. That's what I do, except again, I've been training so consistently now. For 2018, I squatted 3 times a week, every week. So now I squat 4 times a week. This is nothing for me, because of the consistency, the tolerance, and
But you didn't start that way.
No, because my tendons would have blown up.
I
started on once a week.
You had a little bit of a back problem.
Yeah, I did.
Before that,
Yeah.
so you started off light with just the bar.
Yeah.
And
now I can squat 150. And when
which
people
is twice as much as you weigh.
that's twice as much as I weigh. 2018, January, I could squat 100 kilos for one. 2018, 23rd of December, I squatted 150 for one. People ask me, oh my God, how did you do that? Guess what? I squatted and I did it 3 times a week and didn't stop for a year.
Yeah.
This is it. This is just consistency and frequency and progressive overload. The only things you need, I'll say that you need enough variation in a week to cover everything, which is those 1 hour sessions I have with my clients where we cover full body. But you need enough frequency. You also need variation per session to cover everything. Frequency per week to make sure you've covered everything twice if you're new to the gym.
Why are you saying twice?
Just because it's very standard, achievable, maintainable, optimal.
Okay, so it's not too many.
Optimal, yeah.
Why is once not good enough?
Because you'll have recovered before you come back to. You'll have recovered by halfway through the week, and then you'll have just wasted 3-4 days until you could have done it again. So yeah, you could do it once a week, and whilst you're not particularly going to regress from that Friday to Monday where you didn't train if you trained on the Monday before, you're not going to progress, and you've definitely got time to go to the gym twice a week. I don't care who you are.
That is true. I'm bringing on some people on the podcast, like Paul Walker. He has.
Is that your client that?
I was just training with him before the show.
I only know him as Paul. Yeah.
I have 3. He has 3 businesses, 2 children, a wife.
He goes to bed at 8:30 every night.
Owns Sheffield. So he's got 3 businesses. Owns Sheffield Tigers Rugby Club as well as the chairman. Has 2 children, a wife. Goes on date nights. Like goes out for a couple of beers with his friends.
Family guy.
Manages to train like 4 times.
I see him in there 4 times a week.
Yeah, 4 times a week doing his training. I'm bringing him on. I'm like, you're a savage. Yeah. Let people know how.
Yeah. If you have a 9-to-5 job, I'm sorry, but by definition you are in a part-time job, because if you sleep 8 hours a day, you work 8 hours a day, you've got 8 hours left. That's half. You're working at 50% max. Don't work 16 hours a day, you'll die. But I'm just telling you the realistic, mathematics of it. If you work 9 to 5, that is what you're doing from 6 till 7 in the morning.
Well, there's 176 hours in a week. So if you spend 40 at work,
and you're sleeping for another 40.
I dare even say any more numbers on the show before I get it wrong. What's 176 minus 40? 136.
36, yeah. Minus another 40 for sleeping.
Right, so what's that?
96.
96.
96.
Right. What about showering and travelling? What if you got kids?
An hour a day. You've got time. You've got 8 hours a day free. Do you know what I'm telling you?
Do you know what I think? If you've got no time at all, some people genuinely, I might believe, have no time at all. I think you should just sleep 1 hour less.
Do you know what I mean? What you're doing from 6 till 7 in the morning.
I think
you're in bed, then you've got time.
It's not easy, and it's easier to say this than it is to do it.
Of course.
But there's got to be some level of commitment to your goals, no matter what it is. And if you're trying to do something that's hard, like it's a real statistic that 90% of everybody that loses any weight gains back more than they lost within 1 year. That means 90% of everybody cannot lose weight successfully. If you want to lose weight successfully, you have to be better than 90% of everyone.
You have to work
Yeah.
hard.
And the only reason that people want to be slim is because it's hard to achieve and it's not common.
Yeah.
People only want things that are rare.
Yeah,
This is
of
why.
course.
This is the only reason why
My
people,
gold's expensive.
yeah, it's why people. It's why Ferraris look good. It's because you can't get one. It's
Yeah, and
freaking hard work.
It's another one thing that I hear people say, and I have taken to just brushing over it and treating it like I don't even understand, like they're speaking an alien language, to put a point across. When people say, "Oh yeah, but that's so hard, isn't it?" I say, "Yeah, what's your point though?" And they go, oh, "I'm just saying it's so hard." I'm like, "But what's your point?
What's
Are you
hard?
telling me anything?" And,
Right.
Yeah, but it's so hard to do. I'm like, "All right, yeah. So you know what your counter is to something that's hard is you freaking work hard."
Yeah.
You know, when you say, yeah, but it's hard,
Yeah.
I just completely pretend like I don't know what they're talking about because it's just a given. If you want something, you work hard for it.
What you're just saying? Everything's hard.
I'm saying anything that's worth having is
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Well,
So if your excuse is it's hard, that's not an excuse.
that means you're going after something good.
That means you're going after something good. That means you work hard.
Yeah.
If you have, yeah, I mean, okay, look, if you've got a harder job of losing fat for any given genetic predisposed
Let's say
biological
polycystic
polycystic ovary system, anything like this, being a 5 foot tall woman
Yeah.
who has a work job, polycystic ovaries and type 2 diabetes, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, all right.
You've got a harder job.
It can still
you
get
work
done.
harder.
It can still get
yeah.
done.
And cool, I sound like an asshole sat here saying this now, but it's for your benefit because, yeah, you can walk around saying that you've got a harder job, but the only person that's
not
going to
gonna
benefit
change
from
it.
you working hard is you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like people use this excuse as if it's benefiting them. Yeah?
It's disempowering.
Walking around
anything.
looking for pity points all day. What are pity points going to get you? A pound a week fat loss? No.
Yeah.
What's hard work going to get you? Pound a week fat loss.
More if you work
Which
more. If you do it
freaking
efficiently as well
more.
and you set your goals properly.
Yeah, so I do sound like an arsehole, I'm aware of that, but it's only to try and get people to
It's sounding
understand.
like that. Sometimes because it's true in
It's
a
so-
way. It's,
I know.
It's harsh, but it's true.
This is where my
In a way.
the little autistic head part of my head doesn't understand when other people talk. You know what I mean?
No, but it's true. It's true as well. And
Yeah.
like you said, it's 2 hours a week basically. It's not giving your life.
Yeah.
And if you sleep 8 hours every night, why not just 2 nights a week? You just sleep 7.
Oh my god, yeah.
Or it's
And then you found that time, you got it back.
yeah. And the chances are, if you gave that 2 hours a week to somebody like you when you came for personal training, you'd have so much more energy and be so much happier and have so much more motivation that you'd get everything else done in your life so much faster and happier and more efficiently that you'd get those 2 hours back anyway.
Snowball effect.
Yeah.
What we're
agreed.
talking about. My client Rob, I see once a week at the minute on a Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. Best day of his week. Again, we've talked about it. 8 o'clock, he gets home, he's on top of the world. This carries over into having a nice breakfast because he's just burnt 800 calories and got swole doing it. He's not about to go home and, you know, have a shit meal because then he'll just can't predict what he's done. And he's
Yeah,
like,
he's
I've
already
worked
done
hard
one
there.
good thing, so he's thinking, I
he's
need
not even
to-
thinking it's hard work to work hard when he gets home because it's just carrying on from what he's done at the gym.
Maybe after what he's done at the gym, probably eating well is not that hard
No,
because
of
he's
course not.
already kicked it off well.
Yeah, exactly.
This happens to me
It's
as well. I
exciting.
also-
It's exciting.
yeah, because it's more progress
It's
on
just
top
more
of progress.
You get so addicted. People say to me like, how do you have a 5:30 client in the morning, then a 7 o'clock client, then a 9:30 client, get home, decide that you're not going to eat shit, you eat well, and then have started training yourself by 10 o'clock in the morning because I'm fucking addicted, man. I'm so addicted to this progress of, oh my god, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and I've earned 75 quid. I'm going to go home, I'm going to eat 15 grams of protein, I'm going to have started my session and nearly finished by 12 midday and I've got nothing else to do in the day. Then that's when I started doing these Facebook videos because I'm like, well, now I have got the rest of the time of the day to do what I want.
So you
Snowballs,
get
I'm like,
early,
let's just
boxing off your
no,
work,
no, no,
helping
no.
people, boxing off your own,
Yeah.
box off your nutrition, and then see what the rest of the day brings.
2 weeks I spent with Karthik. Hard 2 weeks, best 2 weeks. At the minute, I'm running once a week with my client Kelly.
Are you? You're doing
yeah.
cardio?
I'm doing cardio.
I'm doing cardio.
It's
How
not
far
fun.
can you run?
We got 5 miles the other day.
You ran 5 miles?
Yeah, we didn't stop.
That's good.
didn't stop.
My longest run's currently
Yeah.
5 miles.
And again, just the mindset of it. The week before that,
How
we
long
did.
did it take? This is my ego. How long did it take?
It took us, I think, 50 minutes or something.
That's way faster than me.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And we just went at our own pace. We just kind of dawdled about a bit, but we didn't stop.
She's powerful then.
She's powerful. She's doing well, really well, Kelly. the week before we did 3.8 miles, and then so all
That's
we
a solid
had to do, we
progress.
were just running one direction one way, then turning around doing the other. So I said to her, right, we know we can run 2.5 miles because we ran more than that last time. All I want to do is cover 5 miles this time. So we're going to run 2.5 miles towards Hillsborough, knowing that we can do it because we did more last week. Then we've just got to get back somehow.
Just walk back.
I don't
You
care.
didn't walk in.
Except we didn't need to walk because it turns
Yeah.
out you could do it.
Because once she started, she was already moving,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that bad.
I forgot which Navy SEAL it is who says when you think you're done, you're only 40% done, something like that. Which I'm not going to go into that mindset kind of thing because that's another conversation that we'll talk about for another freaking 3 hours. But it's true. is the long and short of it.
Humans are resilient.
Yeah, she added 1.2 miles to her run in a week.
Yeah.
That's
That is
more than
powerful.
you could do if you were working at 100% every time.
That is powerful.
You know what I mean? I failed bench 2 weeks in a row, and because I was working at 100% maximum. So we know that the time before wasn't 100% maximum. This time wouldn't have been 100% maximum. It wasn't fun. We both died. I had a shit time doing it, but we're gonna do more this week because we can. Because we can.
Yeah. Humans are resilient, you're right. It's people, like sometimes in life you might feel like you're not going to make it, or life's getting on top of you and stress is too much, but you've never even died once.
Yeah.
And neither have I.
Are you dead though?
No, I've
No?
never even, I've thought many times, like you think, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. When it's stress in life and you don't
God,
know
yeah.
what's going to happen, but you'd be surprised what you can do if you just face it down and you just try. I think we should end there. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I'm getting too riled up.
Thank you for coming. If people,
you for having me,
you're
man.
going to come on again?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good. We'll sit down. I might make the tea differently. I'll not.
You will
I'll
make
put
it
the, I'll put
differently.
the
If we're
sweetness
sharing-
into the cup rather than in that, so that you can share.
Look at this. It's all cute.
So
Cute. We've got a little plant,
You
everything, and he
complained
goes
about
and
it.
ruins it.
You complained about it. Sweeteners are nice. It's free and it enhances my life with a nice sweet taste. It's got no calories. It's got no detrimental side effects. Don't give a damn.
I know you don't.
So if people want to follow your Facebook page,
Please do.
what is it?
Will Hukin, Body Architect. There's videos going up 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah, nearly every day. Nearly
And
every day.
well, something I should point out is that the way these videos work is people ask questions. I put content up no matter whether people ask questions or not,
Yeah.
but it will be an answer to your question if you put it forward. If not, someone else is just getting a question answered. It's free content. If I'm saying it, it'll be the best of my ability, and if I don't know the answer, I'll just either outsource or just bridge the gap and send you to a more reputable news source.
What kind of
on the
questions
given
could people send in?
Anything, literally anything, because if I know the answer, I'll answer it, and if I don't, I'll direct you to someone that does. But generally, it covers fitness, again, going into sort of biomechanist sort of workspace and whatever. That's generally what I sort of revolve around my own working, but anything from if you've got a niggle, if you've got weight loss goals, if you've got strength gaining goals, if you've got just like anything you want to get
injuries,
in the gym,
strength training.
anything.
I think you're very good at posture.
Yes.
I'll say that. I think posture's a
I've got a client who's doing nothing but posture at the minute
thing
with
that
me twice a week.
a thing that you're very good with. You're good with injuries. I'll say that as well. Yeah, nutrition questions, people can send those into you for sure,
Yeah.
can't they? They can send in training questions. I even send you training questions.
Yeah. I mean, I am a 1% knowledge base of what you are on nutrition, but I can still help everyone that comes to me. I have a client with
for sure.
polycystic ovaries, and she's still losing fat. That's
course she
almost
is.
as extreme as it gets in these cases, and she's still losing fat.
It is the most extreme.
Yeah,
if you've got
it's-
polycystic ovary syndrome, you've got the slowest metabolism of any human.
See, I don't even know that it's the most extreme, and she's losing weight.
It's the most
So I don't even
extreme.
know that, and it's
yeah, no,
working,
I'm not.
so-
I'm not surprised. Like I
Yeah.
invite people specifically with polycystic ovary syndrome to come and work with me because I say to
As
them, the worst your metabolism can be is 40% slower than somebody else's,
Yeah.
and that freaking sucks. That's true. But if, let's say, we're both ladies, I have it, you don't.
Are we not?
Well, you've got the hair for it.
Correct.
We've both got polycystic ovary. No, we're both ladies. I've got polycystic ovary syndrome. You don't. If you lose £2 a week, and we do the same. We're twins, let's say, or sisters.
Cute.
And my metabolism is 40% slower than yours. I'm losing 1.2.
Yeah.
It's still getting
It's
done.
still getting done.
It's still getting done.
And if you
It's
do want to
getting
lose
done
£2 a
slightly
week,
slower.
do it. But what we talked about earlier,
Work a little bit harder.
Work a little bit harder.
Yeah, and maybe that's not fair. That's true, but life's not fair.
not fair. But
That's-
the only person to benefit from this unfairness is you.
Yeah, the hard is what makes it great, is what Tom Hanks says, and the work equals reward, doesn't it?
Toy Story.
Why did we get onto that about polycystic ovary syndrome?
I don't know, man. People already know how to find you though, don't they?
This is going on my page.
Because they're
buddy.
watching this on your
I know,
page.
this is going on my page. Thank you anyway, man. It's been really nice to talk to you. How long have we been on?
Always.
1 hour 20.
Yeah.
Not bad. Thank you for watching, ladies and
Thank you for
gentlemen.
having me.
Episode 1, the Slum Society Show, podcast done.
It's exciting stuff.
Boom.
Bigger,
Speak to
better.
you soon.
Bye-bye.
We should have an outro theme tune. Do tune.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.